Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here at Allegory Gallery. Sorry we're late. I got caught up with a few things on the road. I was coming back from the cottage and wasn't back here in time. So I didn't want to go start streaming from the car. I figured that's probably not the best, probably not the best idea to stream and drive from the car. Yeah. So thank you all for joining us. We are broadcasting on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. If you are on any of those watching us, please say hi. Please also feel free to hit that like button, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to us if you're out there on YouTube, follow us if you're on Facebook or Instagram. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Khalidi. Thank you for joining us over there. Looks like Melanie Monroe joined us on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining in. Cheryl just made it back from her walk. Hello. I just got back in from my drive, so we're all good. So lots going on today. Where to start? Where to start? So some things were delivered today.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. We had been waiting around at the house in the mornings because
scaring the cats.
Right, scaring the cats. As many of you know, we talked about yesterday our mail delivery and all that it's going through to deliver instead of to the store to our house. Everything's being forwarded. Lorraine's over there on Instagram. Thank you, Lorraine, for joining in. So we missed a package because normally our mail people pretty much know we don't answer the door because we're normally sleeping whenever they're around or just leaving or have gone to work. And because they come earlier in the morning and we're night people. So if I'm going to the store, usually I'm already at the store or pretty much leaving when they come and we miss each other. Or Andrew's already gone back to bed or gone to bed for the afternoon. So they never knock, never ring the bell. So now that we're having our mail forwarded, they didn't know that. So they left a slip on the door without anything. No, because we have a doorbell and it rings through the whole house. Like you can definitely hear it when it rings. So there was no doorbell, no knocking. So they just put a thing on the door. And I know generally when they put that thing on the door, if it doesn't say last notice, like it's the last final notice, if you go to the post office, usually they don't have it there because it's riding around in the truck. So yesterday, we talked about we got some books delivered for extra charge. We got more delivered today for an extra charge, less than yesterday, thank goodness. But they still yesterday did not have the package. So when we were talking to the post office about this extra charge business, we said, yo, do you have a package there for us? Because she didn't bring it during the day. And they did not. So it was riding around in the truck, but it got missed, or maybe she came around later in the day when we were already gone for the day, because that's what happened today when we finally got the packages. They did show up today. We had to sign for those.
Not the first time, though.
No, not the first time. Later in the day.
The cats are like, what?
The cats are like, how many times is this going to happen? But we put a sign up on the window that said, please knock or ring the bell. Andrew's slightly hard of hearing in one of his ears. So we put that on the sign. Little hard of hearing, please ring the bell. Knock hard aggressively.
She wasn't playing.
She did both.
She put her back in it.
So that was good though, because we knew she was there and we got our packages. So today, what all did we get today? We got a fume extractor, which
is
super good for our casting setup. That means we can extract the fumes.
It makes a lot of fumes.
Yeah, as you can imagine, metal melting and burning things off and
burning
wax plastic. Burning and pretty much plastic burning makes a lot of fumes. So we got a fume extractor because we do have a very large space, but those fumes you don't want in that space.
We have last year we won a grant from SURF, which if you are looking to make your studio safer, That could be a fume extractor. It could be anything like that. Check it out now because they're accepting grant proposals right now. It's called the Get Ready Grant.
Get Ready Grant from Surf.
I don't think they're going to let me have it twice.
No. Maybe I'll sign up for it this time.
I have no connection to this.
Don't know this person.
In Ligonier.
Right.
But it's $500 if you can get it.
There you go.
It's nothing to sneeze at.
No. It gets you a fume extractor. We didn't get ours that way, but we got ventilation last year.
We just have to hook it up.
We haven't hooked it up yet because we got to drill holes in the wall.
Well, maybe. I've been thinking about it, and depending on how we place it, we may just knock out a pane of glass and put it in the other broken.
We can't use one of our already panes that are broken out.
No, not one Barb wants to move.
So, yeah. So we got that today, and that's exciting. And we also got, what was the other thing we got?
We got the wax.
The wax injector. That's the one we were waiting the longest on. It came later in the day. Was a wax injector, and I don't quite know. It's to inject wax into molds, I guess. We're going to be doing fun things, making things. So we have a wax injector, which is, I guess, a part of the casting setup. I know some of this stuff because I've been watching videos, but not everyone uses all the same things. So we've been putting together what we think we'll need. And Andrew's been mostly in charge of doing that and looking at what we're going to need. So I'm excited to learn about the wax injector. Let me say hi to a few more people that are tuning in. Let's see here. Susan, our neighbor. Hello, Susie. Thanks for joining us. Suzanne is here. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, hello.
The flooding is okay.
Yeah, hopefully flooding everywhere. Down there, California. How are y'all doing? Susan is with us. Hello, Susan. Susan says, sometimes I think my mail is better traveled than I am. Ours is often better traveled than we are. Khalidi says, fumes out the window, not in your lungs, right? This fume extractor, I don't think it goes out the window, right? It just goes into a filter unit.
Yeah, it's a carbon filter.
It's a carbon filter unit. So this one is a self-contained indoor filtering unit.
Because we didn't know where we would be putting it.
Yeah, it might not be close to anything that we can go outside.
So this is good to keep us like
healthy and portable. So that's what this one is that we got today. Let's see. Suzanne says, okay here. Next round of rain is this weekend. Oh my. Amanda is here. Hello, Amanda. So the other thing, I'm noticing names and it jogged my memory. Tonight, while I was up at the cottage, I sent out the gift certificates for the design challenge competition. So if you entered, you got something. So check your email. You should have a gift certificate from us. Do not lose that gift certificate code. I cannot retrieve it for you. It's a weird thing, but I am not allowed to go in and see your gift card codes. So if you, I don't know. I guess it's for safety. I can't edit them. I can't change them on our admin end of things. So please don't lose them. So check your email, and that's all good. All right. So those are gone out to everybody. The kits will ship a little bit later or with some of your other things, and we'll mark them as design competition awards. So you'll get those for those of you who won some extra kits too. We'll be sorting through those and pulling those for you soon.
What did y'all think?
Yeah, did you have fun? Was it a fun thing, even though it was a competition? I know competition scares people, but I hope you enjoyed it.
Did y'all get scared?
Did y'all get scared from it? Did y'all have the anxiety?
How you won?
How you won? Everybody won something. How wasn't that nice? So hopefully you had fun with it. It was just meant to be fun, and get your, get a chance to put yourself out there and do something like that. So
we've also been trying to encourage people to use the wooden pendants.
Yes.
We took kind of a break while our old laser
Yeah, our old laser had issues. Sally said, I did not get my code yet. You should have. It was sent to you. So check your email, check your spam. It should come from info@allegorygallery.com. Everybody has been sent at least an hour or two ago. At least, usually around an hour or two ago. No anxiety, not scared, and it was fun, says Marianne. Good. Cheryl says, Wowie, thank you. Got mine. My anxiety was through the roof. LOL. Oh, no. Yeah, got the big one. So, got to put yourself out there once in a while, right? So all those gift cards are valid for the online store. They're not valid for our live sales like this one, simply because that's a different system. And it's just easier to have everything in one place. So it's valid for the online store. The moving sale is still on, though. So combine that gift card, that free money, with some free discounts, and get some good stuff. So what were you saying?
We've been trying to get
the wooden pendants.
People to use the wooden pendants. For a while, we were on a roll.
That other laser just put a stop to everything, and it made everything really hard.
And sometimes it would work, and sometimes it wouldn't.
It was maddening, everybody. Like, you'd start it up, and you go to make a laser pendant, because we make them to order, and you would start it, and we'd put in however many we got. Some people usually order more than one at a time. That's usually the way it works. So we do a batch of them, and you wouldn't know until the very end when you went and looked at it and said it was all done, that it's like, oh, they don't look great. Because usually that's pretty much set it and forget it. You put the stuff in the laser, you let it go. Well, sometimes you'd see the engraving and it looks perfect, and then you go, it says, I'm done, thank you. You take the board out and nothing would come off of the wood.
It would be stuck.
It'd be stuck still. It didn't cut all the way through, and there's no way to correct that, especially when you've already moved the wood. If you didn't move it yet, sometimes you could just do it again. You can go cut around it again. But once you move it, there's no lining that back up again.
No way.
And so you'd look at the whole project, watch it. Sometimes for 3-4 hours we'd have it going.
Because some of the more detailed ones take longer.
Yeah, some of the bigger detailed ones take especially in the old laser, it was slower than the newer one we got.
I don't think people realize how long it would take to engrave.
Yeah, like some of those big ones, like the big,
like the
Sasquatch, and even the one the big heart, the survivor heart. Some of those on the old laser took 2 to 3 hours just each pendant to do them. It was crazy.
We put the high quality etch on it.
We do high quality. We do extra power,
and
it's extra detailed. On the new laser,
quicker,
much quicker. It's like 50 minutes on some of them. Like, that's a big difference. So, yeah, the old laser, it got to the point where we couldn't even say that it was going to cut anything. Then the window door started falling off the old laser. It came unglued. They only glued it onto the hinges. So we got to the point where it took so long to do wooden pendants that we stopped pushing them at all. And so now that we have a laser, knock on wood.
We phased out probably 200 designs.
We phased out a lot of the designs. We now have a laser that's working, and it works pretty well. We just can't run it on an extremely cold temperature. So this cold snap we had slowed us down a little bit, but we're getting caught up and we're processing those. Another thing I will mention about those now that we're up and running again, I'm not afraid to say we do wholesale on those. So if any of you are interested in using, we wholesale oftentimes to designers too, not just resellers. If you're looking to do some in the design, in your designs, and you want to wholesale them, there are minimums to meet and all that, but we try not to make them too high for you. So if you are interested, send us an email, info@allegorygallery.com, and we can discuss that.
You don't get as good of a pricing as a bead store, though.
No. Designers are not it's not like half, like is usually what we do for other stores or resellers. But we do give you a discount if you want to order in bulk.
Did everybody like the lots from last night?
Yeah, how'd you do? We sold a bunch of them.
And
so
the lots was it the night before or Friday or Thursday?
It was Thursday because we missed Friday because of the
What
show,
lots
the art
were
show.
they?
Huh? The miscellaneous 1 through 50 with the Candace Wakamoto at the end.
What was the code?
ML, miscellaneous lot 1 through 50. And then we did 51 through 100 yesterday. So today we'll be starting at ML 101, y'all. ML 101. It's crazy. But y'all seem to be liking them. And Andrew's liking going through his stuff and finding stuff that he's not using, even though some of it's really good. And he's like putting, I keep saying stupid, crazy good prices on these. So
I don't know if I like it when you say that.
That's like the young people say.
Is that what the young people say?
Yes, they do.
I'll say good deal.
Good deal. Stupid, crazy pricing.
No, stupid.
Stupid means good nowadays. You don't know that?
No, I
don't. Sally got her code. It wasn't the spam folder. Says, weird, I don't get your other emails in my spam. Probably because these are automated from our system. You have to be careful. Even though they come from info@allegorygallery.com, it's actually through our online system, which you get our receipts and stuff. They should, but you know, happens. That's okay. Glad you got it. Jillian is here with it. Gillian or Jillian Langford? Gillian? Jillian. Do you know Andrew? Jillian.
She does a polymer.
Okay, I know. I just want to make sure I was pronouncing it right. Because it's spelled with a G, and I wasn't sure. Because I've known some Gillians. Usually it's a boy, but it's spelled differently too. So I just want to make sure. Hard G or not.
Well, we don't want to say it wrong.
Soft G, Jillian. Okay, good. Jillian Langford. So yeah. So busy. Tonight, and this was one of the reasons I was late. Jen came up to film Saturday morning. Well, kind of. Andrew doesn't know about this yet because I just ran in the door and started the live. So Jen came up to the cottage to do the Saturday morning tutorial. And it's a very pretty, which Jen is on task. She understood the assignment, which we didn't give her, because she is doing a Valentine's Day project for a week that's like a Valentine's week coming up. Like she's ready for it. She's ahead of the schedule. She was going to film 2 tonight. Well, she kind of did because she filmed 1 and then we realized at the very beginning, the camera shut off. Ooh. So it was even before she started. It was while we were just walking around. I usually start the camera for her and then I get myself into the other room. So she has, no one's watching her and all that. And I go and do my stuff, which is when I send out invoices for yesterday's lots. And I had this feeling, I'm like, I should go in there and check the camera. Because every once in a while, things mess up and I don't think I had do not disturb on. So I'm like, if a phone call comes through or something happens, it's going to shut that off. So I should go look. And I'm like, nah, that's just your anxiety talking. Don't worry about it. We got all the way done and I checked it and it was on my regular, the home screen. And I'm like, so I looked at it, I'm like, maybe it just shut off like 2 minutes ago. We just have to film the end again. It didn't film any of her tutorial.
What?
Not any of it. So instead of doing 2, so we had a backup, we filmed that one over again. Luckily, Andrew in the cottage there has some copper wire because it had copper wire in it. And Jen did not bring enough to make 2 projects because she didn't think she was going to have to make 2 projects. So we found some. The copper wire we had to use because we didn't have the right size for one of them. It was a little bit bigger, but she was able to work with it and make it work. And so the Saturday morning tutorial, and actually that wasn't the end of the issues. We're like, when is Mercury retrograde happening? Because it's way too early to say that's happening, by the way. We got part of the way through and she's like, every bead I put on this pendant, which it is a pendant, every bead I put on, she's like, I'm going to peek at the camera because the camera's a little bit too high. The way we have to set it, the camera's a little bit too high for her to see it. To make sure that she's like under it when she's working, so she's not trying to work on top of the camera or look around the camera when she's doing it. So she's under the camera, so she has to like stand up on her tippy toes to see if it's still recording. And she's like, everyone. And at one point, thankfully, she was doing that because it said iPhone storage full.
Oh no.
And was my iPhone storage full? She's like, it's saying your phone storage is full. I'm like, that's impossible. And I have 80 some gigabytes of space on my iPhone, but it just decided that it was full for some reason. So we stopped it. It had a hard time processing that video. So I'm hoping it's going to be okay. And we restarted it and it worked. And then we recorded the intro and the outro. So hopefully, as long as I can get that footage off of my phone and nothing goes wrong, knock on wood, with editing, and I remember how to edit.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. We will have the first Saturday morning tutorial of 2024. And then this is now, we're back. Jen's ready to do it again next week. So we're getting back into the weekly groove of things. So we should have pretty much every Saturday, a Saturday morning tutorial coming up for you. Unless we start moving and I fall asleep on Friday night and forget to do it all, which is possible. Because it's going to be a crazy month. But
like the busiest month
ever until we're only open on weekends. Busiest month just to open the store on weekends in the future. Oh well, it's gonna be good. So we are going to have a Saturday morning tutorial. People are excited about that. Cheryl says, yay, I need more Jen in my Saturday morning life. Good, good, good. So yeah, Jillian says, oh no, I know, it was crazy. So we had to film that one twice instead of Jen being able to film 2 different ones. So we don't have a backup, but Jen's planning to be here next week. So we should be good.
I think she's in withdrawal from not being in the store.
Yeah, she's ready for it, I think. Also, she's been busy though, because they put the Ligonier Giant Eagle in the Instacart app. Jen does Instacart shopping throughout the week. And they put our Giant Eagle on it. So now they're delivering here in Ligonier and delivering from the Giant Eagle. So she's been extra busy doing
That's
deliveries.
good.
Yeah. So technically we could do delivery here. How crazy is that? And I guess once they put one place on it, like they have the Giant Eagle now, like we could shop from Sam's Club now, apparently, or if we were members and all that. So we can shop from other places. So that's interesting. So yeah. Oh no, Amanda says I'm being summoned. See you later. I don't know what that's about, but see you later, Amanda. I know, right? So we've been busy. It's been busy. So I also
I'm forgetting something.
We are. Andrew's computer at the cottage is also his one hard drive is apparently dying. And because when we restart his computer, and I tried it again today just to make sure it wasn't a fluke, it said that the hard drive cannot be repaired. Please copy everything from it. You will not be able to write to it, but you can remove files from it and erase and reformat the hard drive as quickly as possible. So I know, right? So today I also started to transfer files that Andrew had on that, because it wasn't his main hard drive. It was we put in a faster one for him at one point. So it was just the one that held the most stuff. And it held his photo album. So I went in, and even though his photos are in iCloud now, we've gotten him to that point where they're all there and they should be safe there. I'm still trying to copy his photo, database to an external backup. So that is happening. And so I got that going and started sorting through and seeing what I needed to move off of there and some of his old files and get them onto his backup drive. So I started working on that, and we're going to have to work on seeing if his computer is going to continue to get worse if we're gonna have to replace that.
Is it just a computer, like the
box? It is not the monitor.
Okay.
So we could just get a new.
The monitor's good, right?
The monitor's still good. It's not as high res as the newer ones, but the newer ones are also like $1,700.
Nah, I'd rather get stuff.
But a new computer is like, $500-600 for the smallest one to replace it. And for all you do on it, you wouldn't need much more than that.
I'm like, I'll just use yours.
Until this one goes.
Use my phone like normal. The only time I do it is when I'm doing grant writing or use it for Zoom.
No, and it would be good to have one there for you, but especially we're going to spend more time there. But so that's a thing. That's a thing. But right now, the computer, the newer hard drive I put in is an SSD, and it's fine. It's running the computer system. It's the old hard drive that's failing, and it's an old spinny type hard drive. So those end up usually crashing at some point, and his computer is old. It's like 2018, something like that. Maybe 2016, 2018. I guess it's pretty old for a computer. So that's been fun. And what else?
How is everybody doing? Nobody.
Khalidi says my laptop of 14 years died 2 months ago. That's a good long time. Was it an Apple or was it a Windows? I'm always interested to know. The longest laptop I had, I think, was about 10 or 11 years old. It was my 11-inch MacBook Air. When they made
William, that's incorrect. Your one still works.
He's listening. One still works. When have you booted that up the last time? You can't remove it from the wall. It can't go anywhere.
It won't hold a charge.
It won't hold a charge.
I think it still works. Last time I checked.
And that computer is a, boy, when did I get it? 2005? I moved to New York in 2004. It's a 2005. I think I got it the next year. 2005. So if it still works.
It does.
10, 15, 20. That would be
I don't know where it
15,
is.
16, 17, 18. That'd be a 19-year-old computer, which is crazy.
Really slow.
I bet, right? I don't know. It might start up, but it may not be usable. Let's say the longest usable computer was the MacBook Air, which was a 10-year, I think 11 years old when it finally died, like completely died, and it was usable up until the moment it died. It just went. I think the hard drive finally gave out. Cleve says it was a Gateway.
I didn't even know they still made that.
I know. Gateway says, exclamation point, says Susan. I know, right?
With the cow?
Yeah, the old cow computers, right? They had the cow prints. Apparently they're solid state hard drives now. Yes, that is what Andrew's computer has in it. That's what all our new computers. My desktop here has a hybrid, which it's a partial solid state and a regular hard drive, and it knows which, like if you use programs a lot, it moves them to the solid state so they're faster, and the stuff you don't use as much or storage moves to the other side. They called it a fusion drive, and that was something they did kind of during the transition when you had to spend tons of money for any size of really SSD drive. They would fuse them together, and I like that idea, but the solid state drives are now generally much faster and much more reliable. And that's what my laptop has in it. And
what does your mom have?
My mom has iPads mostly. I think her laptop might still work. I think we got it working, but she doesn't use it. She only uses her iPad and her phone, pretty much. Pretty much everything she does is from her iPad. She has one of the big iPads.
I have a vague recollection of like driving to her house when we first moved here to use a computer because we didn't have the internet.
To use the internet, yeah. Yeah, she had internet at her house and we didn't have it because we were out in the country and you needed the satellite to work that. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining in. Khalidis has been learning new part terminology, processors, solid state drives, etc. Yes, solid state drive, SSD. HDD was the old one, hard disk drive. And has a spinning platter like a record player, and there's an arm just like a record player that writes and unwrites data to it. All those zeros, those opens and closes. And so the SSDs are all chips. They're just chips. Sometimes they're soldered into the computer. That's what they're doing a lot of times, which makes it impossible to upgrade them or change them, which is a little annoying. But sometimes they're on an insertable chip, like an old RAM chip used to be. But that's good. You're learning new terminology. You got to stay up to date, right? So that's that. Andrew's computer. Jen, I packed some packages today. Didn't get into the post office, of course, because it was late. But we're going to be going. Well, Andrew's going to be going tomorrow to pick up some more casting stuff.
Yeah, I wrote about the vulcanizer this morning. And I was doing research, and the base kind of model kit, which is a vulcanizer and the rubber and all kinds of stuff like that, is almost $1,000.
It's a lot of money.
So we found one that's less than half.
Less than half. It's just the machine.
So I've been researching all the parts that we need. And some of this stuff, like I don't need, like I have gloves. I got all kinds of gloves.
Right.
I don't need
You don't need that.
So things like that I'm not going to be adding. But there's stuff like the mold frames. And also I want to use the rubber that they recommend. Their base model rubber is opaque, so you can't see inside of it. Mm-hmm. So one of the problems with that is that if you mess up, you don't know until it's too late. With the one, it's a clear rubber. You can pretty much see it and fix it right away.
So tell people what a vulcanizer does.
So a vulcanizer applies pressure and heat, which cures the silicone and creates the molds that you use to inject the wax.
So you put something in between two pieces of rubber.
So there's a frame,
okay,
a little frame that's made out of aluminum.
Okay.
And then there's 2 pieces of metal. And then that metal helps kind of like, it's like a sandwich, like a Klondike sandwich. What would you do for a vulcanizer Klondike sandwich? And then in that, there's little pins that you put into it. And then you put the master, whatever the master is.
So whatever you make that you want to duplicate.
Correct.
Okay.
And then you put the rubber. And I'm not exactly sure about this because it comes in sheets. So I'm kind of like, there is also a DVD.
We have a DVD on the way.
Because I don't actually know. Like, I know how to pour silicone. And if we have any problems with that, I can always call my friend who works for one of the main mold making companies in the world.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the clear rubber is 3 times as much as the opaque rubber. And I was like, do what?
Yeah.
So I've been researching.
We might have to live with some.
No, well, I've been researching, and some of the nice things is that you can insert a knife blade into the silicone and then insert information into it. So sometimes it's really, silicone resists a lot of stuff. So you can't like write on it very well.
Yeah.
And so you can like lose things, and it makes it hard to find stuff. So this allows you to like know what's what. Which I watched a thing. There was a really great symposium. Metalworks does it every year. It's really awesome. They have scholarships available, which is how I saw it the first time. And then the second time I was on the nomination committee, so they gave me a free pass. But there was this woman who all she does is cast found objects. Her name is Corinne Jones. And it's like, I don't remember her name on Instagram, but it's like flowers and bees and stuff. Anyways, so she did a thing on mold making. I should have paid closer attention, and because I was like, oh, I know how to do this already. So I kind of only watched with like one eye, perfect. And then, well, it was really kind of early in the morning for me, so you know how that goes.
Anyway,
so I was gonna watch that again, but then they only have it until August, and then it's February now.
oh, last August.
Yeah, available to watch. So,
So we missed it.
I kind of remember. If I have any questions, I've got some people I can ask.
Yeah.
So it's not.
So it's going to be very exciting because y'all are going to see how to use all this probably, because we're going to probably show you how we use it.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's going to be part of the process, is also showing you. My hair is getting...
It's like those YouTube people who have never used stuff before.
We're going to say, we've never done this, but let's show you how it works.
And I'm like, where's the person that actually knows what they're doing?
We'll go through a few test runs before we show you. So yes, so that's the new equipment that we've just got. Andrew's taking a trip tomorrow to get the vulcanizer for less than half of what we would have had to pay before.
We still have to get some of the sundries.
Yes, but we saved lots of money doing it this way. Getting a used one from somebody who used it twice.
Yeah. So
perfect.
It's not bad.
No, and it's not a long trip. Well, I mean, it's a longer trip, but it's not even all the way to New Jersey like we did the other day.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that again. That was hard. I had to pull over at the rest stop and close my eyes for a second because I was vibrating.
Because he has to go alone tomorrow because I've got work to do. I've got to go down to the store and do some things. I got to let in our neighbor who is taking over our space at the store. He wants to come in and measure. He needs measurements for his insurance company, and also he's putting in new flooring. Yeah. So I got to do that, and then I got to go up to the cottage and do lots of mailing. And I got to remember these lots that are right here to my side because I keep forgetting them.
They're like little ninjas.
They're like, and they are stopping me from processing a lot of orders because they're part of what Barb packed up already, and I can't separate them out because they're split on invoices. So once I get these tomorrow, you're going to start seeing some more orders shipping out. So that is that. What else was I going to say? I can't remember. My brain is going. Khalid says clear silicone molds are awesome for UV resin. Good to see that.
Yeah, yes.
And so yes, so Saturday morning tutorial. Everybody got their gift cards. I'm trying to go over everything that I had in my brain. How are y'all doing? Hello, Susie. Thanks for tuning in.
We hardly talk to them, it feels like.
I know. What have y'all been up to? How was your day? What day is today? Tuesday. It's trash day here. I got to make sure I get my garbage out tonight. How's your week starting out? We hope you're doing well. Have you been doing anything fun? Have you been making anything?
Is anybody still doing Beat in the New Year?
Have you stretched Beat in the New Year into February? And I see some people who may or may not be watching here. Some of you watch, but I see some of you putting things in my Triers group on Facebook. I've seen some good artwork happening. I've seen some cleaning of spaces happening there. Marianne's sorting more stuff. That's good. It feels good to get things sorted out, right? I need to sort. I would feel good if I could get this whole area sorted out.
It's getting there.
I know, getting there. I've
been working.
I know.
A little bit every day.
I've been. Yeah, it'd be nice just to have it done. And then
don't be doing like how that one person did.
Who's that one person?
I had somebody come help me clean the studio, and I went very specific because you know how my brain works. If I don't see it and touch it, it's like it doesn't exist. So what I had them do is like organize stuff by materials. And I know that sounds weird, but it makes sense to me, you know? And then I can decide where everything goes. And it's not that hard. So I went and started doing some work somewhere else. And when I came back, um, all of the tables were empty. And I was like, what happened? And then they said, well, I didn't really like that system, and I like clean spaces because I can't work in dirty space in cluttered spaces. So now you can work. And I said, what happened to all my stuff? And they said, oh, I boxed it up. So they just randomly swept it into boxes. And that's been a couple years now, and I'm still not
Still haven't undone those boxes.
no, it's gonna take another year or so.
Yeah.
I mean, unless that's all I do, and it's gonna take like
That's not all you can do.
no, I gotta pay the bills.
Yeah.
So that was I didn't I was like and then they asked if they could come back. And I was like, no, I don't think that.
That's
that,
not gonna.
No,
That's not for the best.
no.
Quality's making an evil eye heart with polymer clay.
Oh,
Nice. Susan says, I put together 3 bracelets this afternoon. By default, I misplaced the first one, so I made 2 extra designs. Then I found the original. Just need to figure out clasps and spacers. Nice.
That's so productive.
Amy says, get out right now. So it's so rude not to respect your wishes.
I know. It would be it's one of those things where I have a reason why I do stuff. And the thing is that I've never been tested for being on the spectrum, but I feel like there are certain things that I don't know. Like I can tell you where is this ADHD, the one where you can tell where a thing is, how I do?
Sometimes
Is that
people
it?
with ADHD are messy, but they know where things are.
Is that the spectrum thing? I don't know. It's something probably.
I think I have ADHD too that I've never been tested for because they didn't do that in my generation, in my area. They didn't do the testing generally for that. Unless you had major problems, and I didn't have major disruptive problems.
No, if you high function and
if you had coping mechanisms, or
whatever.
And honestly, I think a lot of my family has it because we're slightly disorganized, but we know where things are sometimes, generally. But yeah, and there's a lot of other stuff like just attention things. It's hard for me to watch somebody talk for a long time because I start. I have to remind myself to get back in the conversation, and then I remind myself to stop reminding myself because I'm not listening while I'm reminding myself to what the person is saying.
Is that what's happened?
Yes.
Makes sense.
When people are talking to me, oftentimes I have to pull my attention back, and then I have to tell myself, now you're thinking about pulling your attention back instead of listening to what they're saying. And then I can blank that out for a while and listen to it, just tune in, and then it happens all over again, over and over and over and over.
Oh boy.
So that's kind of a little bit how my brain works. One time I asked my mom to come help me clean my studio, says Anne. I didn't let her touch anything, but she understood. She was there for moral support. That's good.
Sometimes that's fun.
Amy says doom piles is ADHD too.
What does that mean?
I have doom piles, I think. Just piles where things are. Like there's
just normal life?
Just normal. Susan says we saw the new Pet Shop Boys concert film Dream World. It was fabulous. I hope it comes to streaming services or DVD. It's one that would be great as a pick-me-up. That's great. Amy is waving her hand, raising her hand, maybe to the concentrating on people talking thing. I miss a lot of what people say because of the way my brain works. Like within minutes, I will have to remind myself that I'm listening to someone, and try to force myself to continue listening. It's not because I have any disregard for what you're saying. It's just that my brain very rarely ever shuts down. I told someone once that, no offense, but I skim listen like skim read. Yeah, it's really hard to put that intense focus because my brain just is doing other things and I can't stop it from doing those things other than reeling it back in once in a while.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's how.
I have to do that. Like when I talk to him about stuff, I sometimes have to say, and it feels like I'm being a jerk because I'm like, do you understand?
Yeah, because
Are you listening?
Sometimes I'm already gone, and yeah, it's really hard for me to. And sometimes, like, it even gets to the point where, like, I either make really weird extended eye contact because I realize that I haven't looked away in a while because my brain is like trying to focus so hard on what people are saying, or I have to remind myself to look at the person while they're talking. Like, I literally remind myself of these things while people are talking to me. And then I think then it starts sometimes spiraling. Like if I start to get anxious or, like social anxiety, then I'm like, okay, don't think about all the other people around you who might be listening or tuning into this or who are looking at your hair right now. Or like it gets wild sometimes. So it's that constant battle between what I can listen to and take in and what I'm like trying really hard to listen to, but it's not being sucked in because it's being bounced off by all the other things going on in my brain. So I don't know what that is because I've never been tested for anything, but I don't think that's normal, right? That's not like everyone, maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm normal and I just think it's a problem. But we all do that. I don't know. Andrew's like, no, we don't. That's why Andrew can listen to somebody and by the end of the conversation, he remembers everything they've said. For me, I've remembered like bits and pieces.
So it's starting to go away. I've noticed.
I think social anxiety, because I think you're getting a little more socially anxious lately. And I think that has stuff to do with that. Because when I'm in public and I'm listening to someone talk, I'm also trying so hard to not listen to everyone talk. Like if my brain skips from other people's conversations that I'm not even talking to and I can't help it, that it's listening to this or listening to that or listening to someone across the room or trying to pick up on what they're saying, or if somebody looks at me then it breaks my concentration with whom I'm talking with. Amy says some people are just plain out boring too and it's not easy to listen. That's true, but well,
I'm fascinating.
yes,
so.
But Marion says my brain doesn't work that way. Upside down smiley face. Yeah, my brain does, and I don't know what that means. It probably means I should be tested for something. I don't know what you can do about it. More medication, maybe, but yeah. So that's kind of how things work.
Well, I noticed you have triggers too, because we were watching a video today, and the woman said he was all into it, and then she said, "You just have to be patient." And the moment she said it, I saw his eyes, like it did, like how lizard eyes go.
See, he says I'm patient. I'm not patient.
It's not that you are or aren't. It's that when something says that you have to be patient, you automatically shut off your brain.
Yeah.
But you can do something. I've noticed, like, you can mess around with a computer that would drive me crazy.
But that's the thing. I have to be super highly interested in what I'm doing, or I have no patience. And so, like, she was cutting a ring of wax. For me,
that was not that interesting, but
that would not be something that would hold my interest so much. Like figuring out a computer program problem, there's a lot of different options going on in my mind that I'm like, it could be this, it could be that, it could be this, let's try that. That's not really patience because I'm not waiting for something to happen. I don't have to like, I'm thinking of a billion different things that could be like making that list and trying them all. Patience to me is when you have to do the same thing for a long time and there's no change, like sawing out these little wax rings. it took her a long time to do that, and she had to be meticulous about it in some ways. And for me, my brain would be like bouncing off, like I need to just move, like I can't be controlled. Like it's like holding like a pop rocks and wetting them and then not letting them like pop. Like that's what my brain feels like when I'm doing that. It's like the body has to move, has to do things. I have to do other things because I'm not processing anything. So that's where patience, like, and I know that can be built, and that's also one of the reasons I don't meditate that much. I try to, and I've tried it, but I have a really hard time. But I know the more I worked on that, the more patience I would have.
It's like anything, you just have to develop coping skills.
Yeah. Because I have, like, slowing down my brain is not generally the option. So when I have to do something that's monotonous, that doesn't allow me to jump from one task to another, to another, to another, or try different things, I have a really hard time. Khalidi says, I think it's normal to zone in and out because our brain interrupts. My brain interrupts a lot. Amy says, I try to catch the gossip in crowds for fun, like people watching but people listening. I do that too, but it's like sometimes it's like over sensory processing. Like I'm hearing everything, and it's very hard to tune into the person in front of me because I'm hearing everything. Like I don't like I know when people talk about when they're talking to someone, like the outside disappears. That like never happens to me. It's like constant ringing, chiming, talking noise. So I'm kind of good at listening to everything, kind of, but it's hard to tune in on one specific thing. Hello, Cindy. Susan says, oops, let's see, I do that too. I've heard interesting stories while on trains, walking city streets and parks and restaurants and coffee houses. Yeah, I hear a lot of interesting things, but if you're talking to me while I'm also hearing other interesting things, I try really hard not to have people like, I don't want to disrespect people or have them feel disrespected, but it is hard when you have this cacophony of everything happening in your brain and your brain's processing it all at once. Khalidi says patience equals watching paint dry. Can't do it.
I can do it.
I can't do it. Anne says well, I shouldn't say can't. I don't like to do it. It doesn't suit me well right now. Anne says, I identify with your way, William. Either I'm really engaged and have great focus, or I'm not interested and I drift. Yes. That's why, like, pottery for me has been the one hobby that I've tried that my mind doesn't drift. Like, you're going to ruin that pot on the wheel if your mind drifts.
Mine almost works opposite. The best pots I've ever done were when my mind did drift.
Yeah. See, I have to feel the clay. I have to feel where it is in my hands. I have to feel how it's moving. And that is enough to keep my brain from drifting to other things. Like just being intent on feeling that clay, which is why I like pottery. It slows that all down. And even without, it gives me focus without having to bounce around to different ideas like I normally do. Susan says, William, you seem so zen on the outside.
It's because he's with me.
On the inside, who knows? Who knows? That's one of the reasons here, if you see, sometimes I lose track of what I'm saying because my brain has already thought of something else and I can't get back to whatever I was thinking about. It happens sometimes. You've noticed, I'm sure. Sally says, did you ever try yoga? I can see meditation not working for you. Hard to concentrate on one thing, but yoga is almost a form of meditation, routines and mantras, but with movement. We've only taken a yoga class or two. I used to take Taekwondo. And
it's not the same at all.
No, but you're learning forms and you are studying them and you are repeating them over and over and over. So in some ways it kind of is. But I did Tai Chi too for a little while, and that is very similar.
I thought when I did yoga that I was going to be like relaxing,
it was not. It was work.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know I had a muscle there to engage.
As you're shivering from
like hellfire, and I was like, Melissa. She's getting there was some things like there's this one called corpse pose, and you just basically lay on the ground. And then we did this one where they like, they turn the lights down, and you're kind of like supposed to meditate and think about dolphins in the ocean or something. And um, and that's more like you focus more on your breathing.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I really I like meditation because when I do it and when I'm able to get into the flow of it and I do it often enough that it kind of works, it does help me a lot. But yeah, Sally says corpse pose, my favorite. But yeah, I don't know. So that's how my brain works, y'all. A little bit more. You watch these long enough, you'll understand maybe most of me, my anxiety, my upbringing,
They're gonna learn our lives.
Gonna learn our lives, right?
But the nice thing is we learn about y'all too.
Yeah, y'all talk back and go over stuff and talk about yourselves. We like that too. So, are we ready for some lots?
Sure.
Are y'all ready?
Are they ready?
Are you all ready?
You all want to talk about more brain functions?
More brain functions.
We were watching that. We were listening to that one, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, I had Andrew, instead of listening to audiobooks or music on our last drive, I was making him listen to podcasts. I was making him listen to podcasts.
I would like Idabel and Gertie's story.
And we were listening to Dr. Terry's, or Dr. Now I just lost her name. Dr. Tara Swart. And she has a podcast about manifestation and how ancient practices tie into that. Anyway,
what that one have to do with it? She's not ancient nothing.
What?
That Christian, which one?
Because Christianity is ancient.
Oh.
So she's very Christian, but she's also believes in the vision boards and the manifestation.
She started talking about, and even her publisher was like,
Yeah, the publisher, because they knew they were going to a Christian audience, and when she put prayer and manifestation together in one chapter in her book, I think is what it was, those two things, the publisher's like, no, you can't do that. So she's like, so I put them right after one another, but their publisher was like, you can't tell people who are going to be buying your books that they're not going to like prayer and manifestation being the same thing. Anne says, I do like brain function talk, but I like beads too. That's why you're a good mix. Thanks. Cindy says, we're ready. Or says, yes, please. Cheryl says, we're ready. Okay. Susan says, who is this person? Which person?
The doctor?
Dr. Tara Swart?
Or the Christian
Or the witch. Christian, Andrew calls her the Christian witch.
Well, every time she's talking about how she's going to manifest this money and she's going to get this and get that because she's going to pray real hard and make a effigy of the thing she's trying to get. I was like, you know what that is, right?
I've talked about Dr. Tara Swart before, her book, The Source, when I was talking about, if you've watched for a while, I was talking at one point about how they put people in their later ages into rooms in a house that had all things from their like younger years, like pictures from their younger years. If they didn't have a cane, for example, in their younger years, they couldn't take it into the apartment. If they didn't wear glasses then, they didn't take it into the apartment. And they did all these kind of experiments with these people, and they actually regained some brain function. Some of them regained mobility and balance.
Wow.
Just because, and they did this. So some of the people they put into an apartment like that, some people, they just had them reminisce about it. And then of course they had a control group. So it was really interesting that the people that they put in the apartment actually regained some of their functioning. And she did a lot of this because she was told that her vision was getting worse and the doctor wanted to give her glasses and she refused them. And she did eye exercises, like staring at things far away and staring at things close up, and exercised her eyes. And her vision actually got better than it was before.
I believe that.
Yeah, that's how I know my vision is good, knock on wood, thank goodness. But I do things like when I feel my eyes starting to get out of focus sometimes on distance things or short things, like I will focus on them and spend days like looking far away, or like I've had a hard time seeing things up close lately. So I've been holding my phone really close to my face and forcing my Andrew's probably watching me do it on the couch. I'm like holding my phone. I'm like this, but
What are you doing?
it forces my eyes to exercise, like use the muscles in your eyes. And
I have the opposite.
if you don't have like actual issues, if your eyes are just, you know, from age, and sometimes that can help. It's been proven.
I think mine, when I was younger, I had glasses, and then I had glasses for a couple years, and then I started getting headaches, and the optometrist was like, "Can your eye? You don't need these."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "That's why you're getting a headache, because you're
Wearing them now. That's
And
crazy.
like,
I didn't know that.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
And then now I have glasses for driving, but I think that's because I look at my phone too much.
Yeah, you paint, you look at your phone, you
And
cut
beading.
metal and beading. It's all within this like 2-foot span. We don't often look far away. So when I see my vision starting to get a little fuzzy far away, I'll take the next, like I'll try and make mental notes to look as far as I can and focus on things as best I can. Anyway, it works for some people.
Also, we should remind people that we're not medical professionals.
Yes, do not take our advice for any medical stuff.
No.
We are bead people. This is not a medical program.
I don't have a medical license, so you can't sue for malpractice.
I only tell you what I read and listen to. Right? You got eye problems, go see the doctor. But there are people who have helped themselves that way too. So yeah, let's flip this camera around and let's get to the beads, y'all.
So I imported,
beads, miscellaneous lots. They're not all beads. Maybe.
I imported some tech glass. But when I started doing the math, they were kind of getting expensive for the strands, so I broke the strands up.
That happens sometimes when we have to import them ourselves.
Yeah, because the shipping is a little bit, how you call, not inexpensive.
Let's see here. Sally says, I was nearsighted when younger. Now I'm nearsighted in one eye and farsighted in the other. I do wear reading glasses, though. Cheryl says, the Dr. William and Dr. Andrew show. No. I can't even joke about that because I won't get in trouble. We are no doctors, right? We are no doctors. Andrew's motioning to me for things. Bags. Let's see here. Cindy says, I had glasses too when I was little, for what they call lazy eye, for a few years, till then after that I didn't need them till after I turned 40. Beads are good medicine, says Khalidi, right?
One of the kids that come in the store, she's got that.
Yes.
She had to wear blackout lens on one of the eyes.
Or an eye patch. One of her eyes. But she's doing much better now.
Yeah, she's like, can't you tell? And then I think she crossed them a little on purpose.
On purpose. Cheryl says, I had lazy eye as a kid, so it's always a challenge focusing on people.
Oh, really?
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I just assume once it's like kind of corrected, it's corrected.
I guess it's like anything.
Yeah.
Without a memory.
But beads are good medicine, right? All right. Andrew's handing me the first lot. He says, keep this moving. All right, y'all.
I'm going to have the midnight o'clock club in a second.
I know. And I'm ready to eat. What'd you have for dinner, everybody? ML101. Are these the ones you imported?
That one's not.
This one's not. I was going to say, I don't know. I didn't remember seeing these ones.
But I thought people would like them.
ML101 are these little shells. You get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them. Little seashells. Sorry, my hands are dirty again. I was cleaning out the pellet stove. And these are only $3. There are 2 of these lots available. $3 ML101. Oops, let me, for all of you, to purchase from this video, it's now scrolling. Take down each lot number, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. And if you like what we do, please like, share, subscribe, and follow us everywhere. We're on Instagram, We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're all over. ML101, send that in a subject line if you'd like it, to info@allegorygallery.com. Let's see. Everybody's saying Susan had taco salad. That sounds delightful. Cheryl had California sushi roll.
That sounds
That
great.
sounds amazing. Marianne had raisin toast. That sounds really good too, actually. I like that kind of stuff. Susan says that sounds yummy, Marianne. Khalid had cereal, banana, and hot green tea. I like cereal with bananas.
Did William tell you about how after that talk he started getting all this ads for old time cereal?
We talked about cereal the other day, and I got, you know what else I got? These ads for this protein cereal. Like, it's supposed to be super high in protein, and it doesn't have any sugar. But they're supposed to be like, there's the fruity cereal, and they call it fruity and glazed, and then they have like a peanut butter cereal and all these different kinds.
Reese's?
Yeah. And so they have all these different kinds. These are little butterflies, ML102. Little butterfly beads. What color are these ones?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think they're black and silver. It's hard to tell. I think
it's got a metallic coating.
Yeah. Ooh, people are getting good stuff. Suzanne had shrimp and corn chowder. I do miss shrimp, I have to say. Cindy had shepherd's pie made with hamburger and mashed potatoes.
We used to make a thing called hamburger pie.
That's called cottage pie, right? When it's made with hamburger instead of what shepherd's pie has lamb. Call it cottage pie. That sounds good. Khalid says that's because Alexa's listening to you.
It's not just Alexa.
I know.
We got all of them listening.
Amy made dumplings.
You can come over whenever you want.
I know. Let's eat some dumplings together. Maria says, yep, cottage pie. So these are ones you imported, right?
Yes.
So these are little flowers. These are like two-tone.
I had to do the math twice because I was like, I don't think people are going to pay it because they're a little bit bigger strand, like longer strand.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think people are going to pay $20 for...
Yeah. So the holes go through this way so you can see. And these are beautiful. Look at those colors in there. Beautiful colors. You get 2 for 5 of them for $3. There are 3 lots available. ML103. I'm going to say it. My screen is, I think it's kind of aqua and beige.
Is it the green and blue?
Yeah, it's beige and bluish green. What's that color?
So there's a bronze luster on top, which makes the beads show up. And then...
Is that bronze or gold luster?
Same difference.
Same difference. Kathy had salmon that was caught on the Oregon coast. So yummy. I've not had salmon in years, obviously, but I used to love salmon.
You know, but then I watched that show.
I know. And how they farm salmon.
Yeah, that sounded cool.
Yours was caught fresh, but the farm stuff, it like, whew, not great.
I probably am like, I shouldn't watch that kind of shows anymore. I was like, I already don't have that much I can eat.
Yeah, we don't need to be. Well, that's stuff we weren't going to eat anyway, but we did get rid of like cheese, which is not lovely to me.
I'm still on the fence about that.
I know. So this is ML104.
I just can't think. I just have to wait until the hunger starts.
And a lot of these flowers are slightly different than many of the check glass flowers you see out there. These have less of an indent in here, so the shape is a little bit different. And so this is ML104. They are $3 for the 5. There are 3 lots available. Marion says, I don't like farm salmon. You watch that show, you'll never like farm salmon.
Oh my gosh, the stuff that they're talking about.
I know. Susan says, I can't do seafood. I used to love fish, but boy.
We don't live near. Well, I guess they have Fishmas here, and that was good.
Yeah, but that's all also stocked stuff too. And ML 105. Amy says, I saw a vegan cheese class coming up in Philly. That would be interesting. I would like to take that class.
When is and how much is it?
Yeah, maybe we'll come over.
Is it like the bougie kind of people class though? It's like $9,000
to make a thing of cheese.
Because I looked at it's like them butchering classes. Did you see that? This guy got in trouble because he sold all these classes on how to butcher meat, and I guess he extorted like something crazy, like $540,000. I was like, do what?
Cindy says, I love most seafood. Kathy says, I watched that show, a real eye opener.
Yeah, it made me, because I don't know, like I'm more of a vegetarian because I like the health benefits from it.
Yeah,
but
and they did talk about some of the health benefits.
I know, but after that, I was more
for the animal welfare.
Yeah, because when they showed the cows, it was like
and the chickens
and the chickens
and the fish. I was like,
the fish didn't. Well, when they showed the insides of the fish, I was like, ooh,
so that was ML 105. These beautiful blues. Amy says it's happening in March.
Maybe.
This is ML 106 coming up. And like I said, these flowers are a little bit different than a lot of the ones you'll see in Czech glass right now. We imported these direct from the Czech Republic. So these are ML 106, $3 for the 5 beads. And there are 3 lots available. 3 lots available. Amy says, I think it's $65. It's about an hour long and not bougie. Maybe we'll come down and do it. That'd be fun.
Well, where is it?
In Philly.
I know, but where?
Where? Where is it, Amy?
I'd be like, hello.
Hello.
Walk around the street. Is there a vegan cheese class here?
Oh.
No, I've been thinking about making dumplings. Our friends make dumplings, and so
Ooh, what is this lot?
I was gonna go over there and try to convince them to teach me the ways.
Look at how pretty these are. What are these? Vintage plastic.
I was making these into little kits.
I see that. He's been wanting to make kits for y'all, and I keep saying, just sell the stuff separate. So because I was away today, he went and made kits.
And it took longer.
It took longer instead of just selling the stuff. But you're getting a great deal on this little kit. This is only $3. There are 4 of them available. You also get this these Czech glass bicones as well. So there you go.
Wait, 4? How many is there?
How many what?
How many did I put?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I got scared for a second because I found another one.
Oh. So these are really pretty. They have that purple and burgundy and gold kind of colors going through them. And so there you go. It's a mini kit, ML 107, $3 only, and there are 4 available. Some people are claiming some of them. Thank you so much. I got my email up here so I can see what's going on a little bit. It doesn't update, though, always in real time. It updates when it updates sometimes. It's an older computer. Amy says it's a couple blocks from South Street. Maybe we'll come up. Maybe we'll sign up. You'll have to send us the information when you can. email us the info. I'd like to do something like that. I think it'd be fun. Okay, ML108. Are these 2 glass rings?
They're artists made, but of course I can't remember who made them.
And there are no holes, except the big one.
I'm gonna say that Kathy Collison made them, but I could be wrong.
So there you are, ML108. Only $8 for the 2 glass rings. These would go really well with those kits. And the pretty purple color in there. ML108 artisan made glass rings. We got a lot of lots tonight again, so we are not going to take too much time on each one.
And of course, if you want to see something better,
yeah, if you have questions, ask. If you want to see something more in depth, ask. ML109. Ooh.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Look at these. These are beautiful. These glass too?
There's ceramic.
Ceramic.
And I can't remember who I bought those from. It was in Tucson. I found a bag from digging in my past Tucson treasure, and I'm like, I know I bought this, and I remember like the sunshine, but I don't remember who. And I kind of looked, but I couldn't find anything.
I think this is cool. ML109, only one of these available. $10 for the artisan ceramic.
In theory, it could be maybe Joan Tucker. Does that seem real?
Could be, he says.
Lena Weed and Joan Tucker from Off Center Productions.
I like them.
I think she, last I heard, she was doing better from the cancer time.
They've been. I saw them talking to, I think, Kathy Van Cleek, who just built a wood fire kiln.
I saw that post, but I didn't see what they said.
They were talking because Lana is doing, I think, some wood and soda firing.
Ooh.
And they were talking about exchanging information. I saw. So this is ML110. These ceramic too? I think they're ceramic.
Let me see. They're glass.
Or are they glass? So they're glass, everybody.
Maybe. It looks like glass to me. Vintage glass. Is it glass?
Glass.
It's vintage glass from, I think, India, but I could be wrong.
So ML110, $5 only.
They look nice.
And one or two of them have a little chip on them, just so you can see there.
Do you want me to pick those out?
We'll just send them to if anybody gets them, and if you want to use them, you can use them. If you want to not use them, don't use them.
I just got weird about sending anything like that that's got chips. Usually I paid closer attention and pick stuff out.
ML110, $5. Ooh, that's a good deal. Look at all those.
Vintage
ML111 vintage glass, only $5. Check those out. These are definitely retro, right?
They have the foil in them.
They have the foil in them.
Those are probably from the 80s.
They look like they're from the 80s. These would make fantastic earrings right now. I bet the young people would go crazy for those.
One thing I would say is whenever you get some of the vintage glass, just put it in some warm soapy water and just let it dry, air dry, in the sun preferably. Because the old time, they used to sanitize the beads by washing them in a vinegar rinse. And sometimes it just has that afterglow.
The vinegar afterglow.
And I would do it for y'all, but I figure it's a good thing for y'all to do if you're serious about vintage beads.
So we have a number of people emailing for those. I expected that, so those are gone now.
But wait.
Oh, but wait. There's something like it.
The sisters.
Sister beads. So you get 2 drops, ML 112, 2 drops, and then these 5 rounds. And they do have a little bit of they need a little bit of cleaning, but
I got one the first time I bought beads like that. I was like, did somebody pee on these? Who got on these with the chip fingers?
right.
Oh,
Cindy has to go. Says getting tired. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night, Cindy. So this is ML 112, only $3, and we got emails for that one too. That is sold. Thank you all so much. My emails picking up.
good. We got to pay for that class.
I know, my birthday class. We're still working on that. It's not an inexpensive class, y'all.
It's not bad.
But it's not for what it is. It's not bad, but
and for who you're taking your class with.
And we have to also though afford some place to stay.
We're gonna stay in the back of the van.
I know. Hi, Amanda says I'm back. Hello, welcome back.
You taking the bath in the rest stop.
What number am I on? 113. Ooh, Andrew pulled out some good stuff today. ML 113. Look at these little flashy babies here. These little metallic beauties. They look like they've been chromed. Glass beads. ML 113. Only $4 for 8 of those. I wasn't around the pricing. Andrew got you good prices. I think we've been giving you good prices on everything though. So this is ML 113. Look at those.
We try to take care of our people.
Yeah, we do. Like we said before in the other videos, we know you've probably been buying some stuff from Tucson people.
Oh, I didn't mention this.
Oh.
Or maybe I did. I don't remember. But one of our vendors was like, "Where are you?"
Oh, we talked about this yesterday a little
bit. And I said, "We are not there." And then they said,
"Please come."
Why do you hate me? And I was like, I don't hate you. We're moving the store. And they're like, you come here. I was like, no.
No, I cannot.
And so we had one of our friends. They finally wore me down. And we picked out a bunch of stuff. And
we got a big box coming.
There's a ginormous box. I don't know how we did it. It'd be robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of business.
Yeah, we're gonna have some quick sales going on when that box comes in.
Ramen delight.
This is ML 114, $8. This is a cabochon. You can see 30 by 40. It was $8 when Andrew bought it. Who knows how long ago?
Mm-hmm.
And it is still $8 for y'all today. That's probably the wholesale price too. So
that's the dendritic.
That's that dendritic agate.
And sometimes they call that white opal.
Oh, Amy sent the Philly cheese school. I like it. I like it. It is literally Philly cheese school.
So we could have found it.
I know, right? That's pretty awesome, though. We're definitely going to check that out.
Did you see the date?
They have a whole calendar full of events. I'd have to look. We have to look for that specific one.
Because
hello, Michelle. Hopefully you're doing okay. You didn't get evacuated, we hope. Or you did if you needed to be. I don't know which to hope for. Probably to hope you didn't have to be.
And you live on the second floor?
She's not on the ground floor. I think she said that yesterday at least.
I know.
Ooh, look at this. Oh, look at this. If y'all like cabochons, holy moly.
I know some of y'all have been getting into the seed beating, so I thought maybe that would be good for y'all.
Are you going to find this cabochon for $6 anymore?
No.
No. Like, that is beautiful. ML 115, and it is already sold. So thank you. Although 114, that dendritic agate, is not already sold.
I love that one like the most.
I know.
You know those dendrites will continue to grow?
No.
And one day that stone will be completely black.
I don't believe it.
It is. It's true. But you know what? It'll be like 1 million years later.
When I'm not going to be here to see it.
So
unless
right
science
now.
Changes real quick and I can afford it.
I don't think I'd want to. Well, maybe. I have a lot of crafts I want to do.
I know. You could have all the time to do all the things.
That's like them vampires.
Sandra says, was that sodalite? It was, and it is gone.
All them people, all these vampires, so moody. So they're feuding.
They're feuding. That's all they got to do.
I said, go do a craft.
Michelle says they are safe. Still raining till Wednesday at least. And then it's going to move over to New Orleans apparently for the weekend. That's what Suzanne said. So here we got this beautiful, this is an agate, right?
Yes, banded agate.
Banded agate. ML.
Botswana.
It does kind of look like it. I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure. ML 116, $7. It was $7 when Andrew bought it many, many moons ago.
I didn't know how to figure out prices for now, so
he just used the price that was on it. So there you go. You're getting the same deal Andrew got probably for the wholesale price at a trade show. ML 116. If you're looking for beautiful things.
I'd rather them be used than just like sitting
we're
here.
not using them obviously. So now when I can 3D print things and we can put those in pendants like nothing, like butter, then we're gonna need those back, y'all.
Don't worry, Lily.
We're gonna come calling.
Don't worry, I have more.
It's like I have more. Suzanne says just in time for the parades. That's no good. Look at this beautiful baby here. I don't know what this is. What is this, Andrew?
That is
some kind of beautiful. It looks like coral. No, it's not, but it's
let me see that again.
It's on the tip of his brain.
It is. It's a type of jasper. I can't remember.
I know. But look how beautiful it is. This is only $5, and they're going down in price every time. ML 117. Nobody's heard from. Michelle said, anybody hear from June? Nobody's heard from June yet.
Somebody was talking about her the other day.
Yeah, hopefully they're all okay.
Does it get floody in Orange County?
That's ML 117.
She lives in the Orange County.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last night, and wondering if she's okay because it was flooding there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Michelle said they were evacuating some people there
I
too.
don't remember last night.
Andrew was very tired last night.
I was going in and out of consciousness.
Yeah, he was literally standing up and going. You couldn't see it because he wasn't on camera, but he was literally standing up and passing out, standing up, and so like I'd see him like his knees would buckle a little bit, and he'd stand back up. So
that's not a new thing.
No, Andrew has literally fallen into subway tracks from passing out, standing up.
So no, don't do that.
Don't do that. So this is a black swan head,
or that does have holes,
or a Canadian goose.
That has holes.
There is a hole right here that goes up through here. There it is. You can see it there.
So I don't think you can't use that.
And there's also one down here. You can see it. So there it is. So it's $15. Probably onyx, maybe?
I think it's onyx.
Feels like onyx to me. $15, same price we paid whenever we got it. Amanda says, is that brachiated jasper?
That sounds right.
That sounds right.
Good job.
Cobra chicken.
Oh, you want a cobra chicken? I got something for you then.
Oh boy.
I didn't put it in because I was like, who's going to them cobra chicken? I'll put that in not next because I already made that.
Amanda says the opposite end in eastern Canada is getting the same amount of precipitation but in snow form. Oh.
No thanks. Y'all keep it.
Let's see here. This is ML 119. ML 119, $7 for this beautiful cabochon. Look at that glow through there. Again, 30 by 40 size, 30 millimeter by 40 millimeter. Look, you can see my finger through there. That's beautiful. Or at least the movement of it. Amanda says, in 2 months, the Cobra chickens will be on the attack.
I would believe that.
Where did we drive by that there were a bunch of them?
What?
Was that in New Jersey?
The geese?
Yeah.
Yes. I stopped to get gas, which was a really weird thing because they won't let you pump your own gas. And so I was like, how do you do this? And he looked at me like I was dumb. And I was like, I don't live here.
It's the only state in the U.S., I think, that you can't pump your own gas. And we do not usually get gas there.
Yeah, but it was cheaper than Pennsylvania, so I was like, load it up.
Load
good
it up.
Stuff. But he didn't, so I got kind of disgruntled about that, but it's too late. So
yeah.
I didn't want to like get out and stop it. And then it was so loud though, I was like, what's that sound? And then he was like, that's that goose.
Atlantic Canada going to be digging out for days, says Marianne. Amanda says, it's terrible. Imagine opening your front door and seeing a wall of snow. That used to happen around here, but not for years.
I don't want it to either.
I know.
You know, the first year we moved here, they said, oh, it's so nice here. It doesn't get cold. It don't get no snow here anymore. And then he went to Apple to go do that training thing.
I was teaching someone how to do my old job.
He trained his replacement and
left Andrew there.
And then they had blizzard time. It was like 8 feet of snow.
And that's the only time it's happened since we've been back.
And then I was like, y'all lied to me. I had to live off the crackers in the cabinets.
Look at this is heavy, y'all.
That's copper plated ceramic.
I was gonna say I think probably a ceramic, like electroplated ceramic.
Mm-hmm. It's heavy duty. Y'all.
It is. It's not as heavy as a whole thing of copper would be, but it's heavy. This is a big, thick plating on that. ML 121, only $8 for this beautiful little donut. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. I didn't even know we had that.
There's a lot of you probably didn't know.
I know. As I'm learning through these miscellaneous lots.
You don't need to know about everything in my life.
You see? Is that how your spouses treat you, everybody? You don't need to know about everything in my life.
Why you need to know?
ML 122 is another one of these, $8.
You're learning now. Be quiet and be careful.
Cheryl says, don't worry about it, William.
Correct.
At least we have stuff to sell to you all.
on the never ending.
The never-ending piles.
Somebody was like, "You never run out of beads," and it's because I keep buying. You all think that I just
You
like
think we've stopped buying? I know.
No. I'm like, 1 for you, 10 for me.
Yeah, we don't ever do the stopping either.
No, and sometimes we do these things, estate buyouts, and so I have stuff that I did estate buyouts probably 10 years ago that I haven't worked my way through.
Yeah. ML 123, $5 for this. $5, ML 123. This is really cool. This little agate.
All right.
And it's actually really light. It's lighter than the copper things, the copper
That are smaller.
That are smaller, yeah. This is really nicely cut too. Beautiful piece. ML 123, only $5, which, as you can see, is what we paid for it, or Andrew paid for it a long time ago. Probably the wholesale price again. Money in, money out, money out, money in.
You remember when this used to be inexpensive?
Huh?
Remember when they used to be $5? They're not $5 anymore.
No, they are not. It's like those cabochons.
But it's not that much anymore.
Oh.
There's at least double.
Yep. And that's just to get the basic ones.
Yeah, I thought about learning how to cab because there was a cab machine for sale, and then I was like, let's slow down my
your machine
of learning thing.
Right, we got to actually learn the stuff that we've already got. ML 124, $4. These do have holes, so the holes go this way. You could suspend something in there if you wanted to on the wire as well. Fun times. ML 124, beautiful pieces of agate, carnelian. ML 125 coming up. Ooh, that's a nice piece. Look at that color in there. Look at that. I don't know what that is, but that's a beautiful stone. And this is only $15, same price we paid. Show you both sides. Nice little donut again. Boy, that patterning is really, there's actually druzy in there. Look at the druzy in there. Isn't that cool? I think that's really cool. There's some right there too. Little druzy effect in there. ML 125, $15. Okay, ML 126 coming up. Ooh, what are these? So these are double drilled rhodonite. Mary says, makes me think of iris of an eye. Yeah, it does. So these are double drilled rhodonite. They are rounded off on the top and flat on the bottoms, or vice versa. Flat on the top, rounded on the bottom, however you want to do it. But my guess is if you put them together like this and made a beautiful little bracelet with them, that would be really pretty. That would be really pretty. So you get all of these for $4. Crazy. All of those, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 of them for $4. ML 126. Must be getting cold out. Our heater in the house just turned on. I can hear it. It was getting chilly. The pellet stove had gone out at the cottage, And it was fine when I got there, but it quickly got cold. Marianne's not a fan of rhodonite. Of course you're not. It's pink. 127.
Your favorite.
And on. One moment, please. What are these little things?
Some carved bone.
Carved bone? I know some of you out there love the carved bone. And these
I was
are...
keeping these for my treasure necklaces.
Okay. Carved bone.
These are cool because they're hand painted also. And it's done only in the lines. So I think, is it only in the lines? It's only in the lines.
I think it's only in the lines.
So it's like a scrimshaw technique.
Yeah, maybe.
And it kind of dyes the bone.
It is dyed in some
So it
areas.
gives it like a painterly effect.
So this is ML127, $30. The higher price things of the evening.
Because they're all hand done.
Yeah, these should be a lot more actually. So they have, looks like they have holes top to bottom, and then this one also has a hole side to side.
If I grew my hair out, I would look like that.
That would be you.
Little dumpling.
Oh. ML127, $30. These are really cool. If these go to the website, I bet they'll sell quick. ML128 coming up.
I have a vague recollection of pulling those from that stash that we got that one time, remember?
Mm. Ooh, look at this one.
The ram spirit.
Ram spirit. That is cool. That is really cool. You can see I like the weird stuff. Give me a ram spirit. Carved bone. ML128, $30. That's awesome. I kind of hope that one doesn't sell. I'll keep that one myself. Be like, Andrew, yeah, it's sold.
And then you act like I'm not going to see
Then
it.
it shows up in one of the necklaces I make for myself. My ram spirit. There it is, awesome ram.
Isn't that fun?
Next up, ML129. This little person with a hat.
So cute.
It is very cute. It's like they're going gardening. ML129, $30. Hole goes top to bottom on this one. There's no side to side one, just top to bottom on that one. And I don't know if you can see the detail of the painting in the lines too. Everything hand carved in the bone. Bone or horn? Bone, you said, right?
Bone.
ML129, $30. See, miscellaneous. Isn't that what it is? Started with some check glass, got some cabochons, got a few little vintage plastic kits, got into now carved bone. Ooh, here's another one William's going to adopt. ML130. This one's only $24? Oh my goodness. Look at all these little birds in the tree with the flowers. Hole goes top to bottom on that one. ML130. Hand carved bone. $24 only. Look at that. Where do you find things like this? Allegory Gallery. That's where. Not just anyone has these, you know. That's why you stay with us and hang out with us, right? Amanda says, what are those charms called that can be an arm or a leg or represent a wish you have? Milagro. M-I-L-A-R. No. M-A-M-M-I-L-A-G-R-O. Milagro. Milagros. from Mexico.
Miracle.
Yes, it translates to miracle, milagro. $131. It's getting hot in here again. Is that the heater back on?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was cold when I came in.
Oh. I'm gonna nod off. Here's another one. ML 131. $20 only? How's the price going down? How's the price going down? Look how cute this is. This little happy person. Smiling happy. Look at the detail work on that. That is stunning. And that is a bead, whole, top to bottom. Imagine that on your necklace. How can you not be happy with that? It's ML 131, $20. Khalidi says we could do a bead jewelry Jeopardy game. Yes, we could.
Where's your question?
What's your answer? And you got to come up with a question. ML 132, $20. Let me see what this one. Here's another one of these little round little people with this beautiful detail work. This is ML 132. It is only $20. Carved, hand carved bone. Uncle Iroh from Avatar.
It's
It's
cute.
cute.
Who's excited for the new Avatar?
Is there a new Avatar?
On Netflix, bro.
Really?
They actually got
The Airbender?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Live action.
I don't think I heard about that.
It looks the kid they cast looks like Aang.
Starting at 133. Where's 133? Did we skip a number?
Did one fall down?
I don't see it.
Did you have 3 of the little
there
boxes?
it is. 133. Khalees says, I like his tiny feet. I know, right? 133. Here's another. 133, $20. Each one has their own personality. This one has his tiny feet too. Michelle says, haha, I was thinking it was from the movies. I have not watched the second one.
Huh? Oh, that's a different Avatar.
That's why I was asking. Is it the Airbender or is it the other one?
Avatar, The Last Airbender was a cartoon that came on Nickelodeon in the early 2000s.
I think so.
It's good.
It's not the Blue People Avatar.
No, that's
different.
And if you're not into like anime or whatever, then it's a good one. Because I don't know, it's a little bit childlike.
Yeah, but it's fun. I liked it a lot.
I liked it. Some of those ones I don't like, but yeah, I thought it was good.
So this is wood, right? Carved wood. And these are little creatures, little people.
But we watched the second one. They have jewelry.
They have jewelry. ML 134, $24. This does not have any holes up and down. I was just checking for that. But there are lots of holes around here that you could use to hang this from. You can see them better through the back portion. That's ML 134, $24. Amanda says, I love it. I love that one too. That's really good. And remember, everybody, if you're just signing in or joining us, if you missed me talking about it at the beginning, if you were in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges competition, I sent out your gift certificates that are usable in the online store to your emails this evening. So be sure to check your spam folders. A few people have already found them in their spam folder. Do not lose that gift card, everybody. Just use it. Don't lose it, because I cannot retrieve those gift cards. It doesn't allow me to retrieve a gift card once it's sent in our system. ML 135, $20 for this hand carved. This is a bead, goes top to bottom, or pendant. This little looks like Buddha with a fish. It's got the fish. That's a really nice carving too. Let me show you up close. These are all hand carved, either bone or wood. This is wood. ML 135. $20 for something hand carved like that. Ooh, that's a lot of work. I could not do that. And this one, for this price, this one had better sell quickly, y'all. Somebody just grab it right now. ML 136, look at all these turtles. Turtle, 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 turtle.
How many are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turtles on there.
That's more than the Ninja Turtles.
That's more than the Ninja Turtles.
Maybe it's their friends.
This has holes at the top here that you can hang these from. There's one up here and one over here. This is $22 only. Oh, Susan got called away, so missed a bit. Welcome back. We did a lot of hand-carved bone and some wood items since you've been gone.
Susan Surreal?
Yeah.
If she don't like bones, that's fine.
There you go. There's some. That's what you missed.
You don't think I remember you?
This is 136.
Now, if it was Suzanne, I'd say go watch the replay.
I know. And Suzanne just grabbed that one too. So that one's gone now. I was waiting for you to grab one of those at least, Suzanne. I was surprised not to see your name pop up faster. All right. Next up, ML 137. How many are we doing tonight? 150? Got another 50 tonight. So we're gonna, y'all are gonna hang out with us for a while.
A while? How much more we got?
We're only on 137.
That's not that many more.
13 more. All right. So these glass beads, check these out. You get those, and then you get these little ones. The little ones with it. And the little ones look like they're just like white and clear, but they have some of that gold in there too. That gets hit when the light hits them.
Those are vintage.
Vintage, only $3 for that lot. Only one lot available of those. ML 137. Susan says LOL, right? Michelle says not into bones either.
I am.
Yeah, I like them, especially because we know that they're gotten in a way that, you know, honors the animal if they have to use the animal.
Well, better they use it than not, right?
Right. Like probably
Plus
a lot of them,
skills,
a lot of the meat that we eat these days, what do those bones go for?
Or cattle feed.
Mm-hmm.
They beat it
more back to the, I know.
I was like, what?
Yeah. ML 138, $6.
Or for my plants.
For your plants.
Those bulbs, they're like carnivorous.
Isn't there a bone peat or something they use?
Bone meal.
Bone meal.
It's for bulbs.
Yeah. This is beautiful. I don't know what this is.
Let me see what it is. Petersite.
Petersite. This is stunning. So you get 6 of these for $6. They're $1 each.
Do y'all like Petersite?
I do. Like, and you've been seeing more and more of it lately. This is ML 138, $6. No, 138 coming at 139. Michelle says, if I have any or get any from friends, I will send them to you. We'll take them. We'll take them. We will take them. ML 139, $5 only for this dichroic glass. Marianne says 138 was lovely. It was. It was. So this you're getting the 5 pieces of dichroic glass for $5. That's really pretty. That copper and blue color. ML 139, $5 only. I do want to reiterate too, if you're sending us emails, do not send emails by replying to your previous email and doing a resend that way. When you do that, it lumps everything together out of order and you miss out on things. I try to do my best to go back and recorrect, but just send a new email every time, not a reply to your previous emails. ML 140. More of this beautiful glass. Look at these ones. ML 140. Check those out. The blue and green, that beautiful light blue and bright lime green. Jillian says, oh no, I've been doing that. That's okay. I will work it out. I just like to remind people, don't do that. Because what it does in my email client, instead of putting your timestamps along with everybody else's, it gathers in my email inbox every one of your emails together as a conversation, because I loop things as conversations. So it thinks that all those emails are together and they show up only at your very last one that you've sent. So it goes all the way to the top. And as I'm sorting through timestamps, I miss every single one of your emails until the very last one. If I know it's happening, I know to look for it. But if I've already done the spreadsheet, then that means that if you beat out someone else, I got to go back and readjust everything before I send invoices. So that's why I ask, just send a new invoice or a new email every time. But now I know you did it. I will make sure that I check everything for you. ML 140. I don't want anyone missing out, but I also don't want to do twice the work. ML 141. I spent a lot of time on 140. I really like that one. And someone did buy it, so thank you. This is ML 141. I'll try not to spend as much time on this. And this is $5 also for these 5 beads. I guess I oftentimes forget to tell people not to reply to your own emails because I don't send things that way. Like I always generally start a new email unless I'm like replying to someone that they've written. So it doesn't even occur to me that people do that until they do that. I saw some other people doing it too, so I wanted to bring that up. ML 141, $5. We'll find our way together, right? That's what we do. ML 142. This large piece of carved amethyst. It's got a chicken on it.
Yeah, we're talking about them Cobra chickens.
And you got a real chicken there. ML 142, large piece, carved amethyst, hand carved, of course. $25. ML 142.
It's carved on front and back.
Yes, it is. Carved on both sides. Mirror hand, cluck, cluck, cluck. Student says we are all just walking each other home, right? There you go. And if you can see here, there's a hole here. There's a hole in there, but there's also 2 holes at the bottom if you want to dangle something from the chicken's feet too. ML 142, $25. We have leftovers, don't we? I think we might need some more rice, maybe. I made some stir fry last night with rice and some sweet potatoes.
It's good.
And I want those sweet potatoes, but we didn't start the oven in time.
Have that for a late night snack.
Yeah, they take about 50 minutes to an hour. ML 143.
Put it in the Instant Pot and then bake it.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I don't pull out the Instant Pot, but I can make them for a late night snack. That'd be good. I'm sure we'll be up.
I can't skip too late. His famous last word.
So this is hand glazed Chinese ceramic. ML 143, $3 for those 6 beads, 50 cents each only.
Are people still watching?
We got 21 people still watching over here.
Oh, good.
Oops, and I lost my Instagram. Where'd it go?
Did you close it?
No, the well, I don't know if it's still going because the web browser itself.
It says live.
Does it say we're live? Oh yeah. Let me click on it. There we are. Sorry if we missed you. My web browser restarted. I didn't realize it. I refreshed that page.
I think that takes up a lot of energy or something.
Yeah, because this old computer, my newer computer, it doesn't do that, but this old one, it needs to refresh the browser window often. It seems like. Michelle's still here. What are these?
Ceramic.
Are they?
Let me see. I thought they're ceramic.
They don't feel like ceramic. These are no. These. That's so weird. They almost feel like a rubber.
Oh, maybe they're polymer. They're polymer.
Polymer beads. There you go. Polymer beads. And $3 for the set. Those are kind of really cool.
I think if you look at the images, it's an image because it's cane work.
It's an image?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that a little house in there? There's something in there.
Is it like those Rorschach? How you call them?
Rorschach?
Yeah, that one. Where they say, "What do you see?"
That's kind of what it is, I think. But they're kind of cool. Anyway, $3 and then 144.
What are you all looking for? Is there anything you're looking for?
Someone grabbed those right away. Thank you.
Because I'm trying to think of what I'm going to put for tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Wednesday. That's my pottery class. You're on your own. No, actually, I have a meeting. So I may be here. Just later, maybe. ML 145 are these glass beads. These are really cool.
Are you more interested in stones or glass?
What are y'all looking for out there? Let us know. Help us out.
I have some poisonade beads.
It's hard to come up with things sometimes.
And then also some people want to keep stuff. That's the biggest one.
Next up is ML 146. We're almost done, y'all. They're saying bedtime. We know. It's getting close. There's these green beads. These are really pretty. I like this. It's my color green right there. 146 ML 146, $4 only. $4 only. Coming up, ML 147. And it says, I better go to bed. Hopefully I won't be woken up by a skunk versus possum screaming match, complete with spray again tomorrow. Yikes.
Who got sprayed?
Hopefully not anybody you know.
Who is it?
That was Amanda.
Oh no.
We've only got 3 more to go. Everybody hang in there.
Hang
in there. There's ML 147. You got this drop with these beads. Susan says pearls always work. So does labradorite, prasiolite, clear quartz, and check glass. I like this set right here, ML 147. $4 only. Suzanne says, I can sleep late tomorrow. Nice. Amanda says, I thought these creatures hibernate. We have not. Yeah, skunks are something. We have not had any skunks hibernating this yet.
Knock on the wood, William.
We've not had them hibernating. They've been all over the place.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I've smelled them all over the road right now.
Oh,
which is
because it got warm too early.
Yeah, that's what Jen was just saying when she was at the cottage. She's like, I don't think anything hibernated this year. So these are hollow glass.
It's reverse painted.
Reverse painted. Painted on the inside?
Uh-huh.
How?
They have this little tiny brush that's curved like a hook.
That's insane.
I know, right? And it's done in layers too.
So $16 for these 2 beads. Well worth that price. Just sprayed the outside, but it seeped into the garage. It doesn't smell anymore. That's good. Whew. Whoop. Whew. Boy, just throwing things now. ML 149. $24 for this bead. Check that out. Hand painted on the inside. Isn't that crazy?
The bird?
Yeah. And I don't know what that says, everybody. Anybody read that? I cannot. All right. And that was ML 149 for $24. And what is this all together?
I put them up there because they're in sets, but they're hand carved and they're all a little bit different. So
what am I supposed to do?
Show that one, and then if people want to see, let me put a number on that.
I was going to say there's no number. That's why I was like, what is going on here? So these are the hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil.
Correct.
So there they are. These are sets, 3 sets of these available. And so Andrew wants me to show you the other sets too. It's probably a good idea. Not that you get to pick or anything, but
they're all kind of the same, but they are a little bit different.
So here is another set. And then one of the other sets. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. ML 150, and we have sold all 3 sets.
Oh, wow.
So thank you so much, everybody. And that's it. That's it, y'all. That's it for tonight. You made it. Congratulations.
I feel like we should keep going.
William does not. Neither do the cats who have not eaten yet tonight.
They're like, hello?
They're like, hello, parents, daddies. Hello.
They're like, did you forget us?
Usually I feed them much earlier, but I ran in here and ran up here to do the live. I'm not going to turn the camera around. Thank you all so very much. I know you're all ready to go too. If you saw anything you like, please send an email. If you have any questions, you can also send an email about that. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for your support. And you all have an amazing evening. Bye now.
See ya.